Helen, show us some tips that we can use at home to get growing a succulent garden.
Well, you choose any vessel you want. I prefer these. It's just my preference.
Now, does it need to have the hole so the water drains through?
Drainage is good. Like this pot does not have a hole in it.
Ah, okay.
But perfect. I picked it up, but I have a drill someplace.
Absolutely.
And I've drilled holes in all sorts of things.
Exactly, and people need to know that you can have a gorgeous pot. If it doesn't have the hole in it, you can easily drill a hole in it.
People kind of shy away from those because they think, oh, it's got no drainage. But
absolutely,
put
do it yourself,
in.
baby.
Yes.
That's right.
But this hole is awful big, so the dirt would go in. So I kind of take a coffee filter.
That's brilliant, guys.
And
what a good idea.
And I just stick it in the bottom. Some people put bark or rock. I'm not a fan of that. I'd rather put
That is a really good idea. How many do you put in? Just 2 or 3?
I put a couple in there. I just grab too many. And then I start.
Spread it out. Nice.
Put a little more. I think I took too many out.
And that way the water will filter through, I'm sure, but it will keep enough of it in there to keep your plants moist. So after the filter, what kind of soil works best for succulents?
I use a cactus succulent soil that has good drainage. Some people say it doesn't matter which soil you use, but I think it does.
Is this the bag here?
That's what I use. Something like this. It says, you know,
cactus and citrus.
Yeah.
Cool.
So it's got a lot of stuff in it.
It does.
It'll drain.
Yeah,
it'll drain
I can feel that.
And that's what it needs. It needs good drainage. Some of these plants come with kind of a mossy stuff that's mulchy and it's too wet. So you'll see me before I pot. You'll see me take some of the dirt, most of the dirt out, and fill it with new dirt.
Now, unlike some plants, I know when I've brought plants home from the nursery and replanted them in the yard, sometimes they just die. Do you have that problem with succulents? Do they go into shock and like some other plants?
No, in fact, when I open this up, pull it out, and I get rid of. It's not that I can't use it, but it
is wet, isn't it?
Yes, I have to mix it with the other soil.
Wow.
So that it drains well. This is just too wet, and you'll get root rot.
Really?
And you don't want root rot.
No, I don't think I would want that.
So
now, how much soil should you put in a pot in starting out? Is that about right? About a third full?
I fill it up.
Oh, fill it up. Okay.
I fill it up.
Got it. All the way to the top.
Right. And when you asked about whether they go into shock or and die, these, if you shock them, it's actually better. I remove a lot of the roots like this before I plant them because it does kind of put them in just a weird state of shock in the sense.
That is really
interesting.
And
then it stifles their growth a little bit because now they've got to make more roots. And you'll have your compact little, succulent arrangement longer.
Succulents are for me. Anytime I can abuse them, this is great because this is the one type of plant I can probably keep alive.
I use a lot of soil because I pack it down. You don't want air in it.
Nice.
Before I even start building what I'm going to do with my succulents.
Now, on a pot this size, when you're starting out, about how many little plants would you put in to begin with?
That's personal preference. I like to pack them in.
Got it.
Some people I've seen where they've put
put 1 or 2.
Maybe 3, and that's it. And it's like, no.
Yeah,
do
exactly.
Do
something. Make it look, yes.
Yeah.
I think that's why I like your succulent design so much, because you do groupings and they're beautiful and there's not a lot of soil in between. And it makes all the difference in the world to me.
And then I start with kind of a focal point. One plant that I like that stands out most, could be this one. I know you said you like the lipstick over there.
I do. This is beautiful.
We can put that in there if you want.
Isn't that cool? It's called the lipstick plant. I love that.
Before I put it in the soil, I clean up the base of it.
Oh, I see. I didn't even notice that when it was in the little pot.
Little dead pieces.
Right.
And I'm just going to, this dirt is not as wet as the other, so I'm just going to kind of recycle it.
Oh, you can save it, right. Oh, perfect.
I'll recycle it a little bit.
Nice.
But I'm going to cut these roots off.
Yikes.
again, that kind of stresses it a little bit, and then it'll just stay small for a while.
Now, why would you want to stress it?
The roots have to start over again. So in this case, the roots I've taken some off.
Right.
So now it's going to take a while for them to root again and root in the new dirt.
So if you
it'll
leave-
stay compact.
It'll be smaller, longer.
Yes,
So if you leave the roots on, will it grow faster?
possibly. But if
Good
it's
to know.
got others tight with it, it might
Right,
still
right.
not. But if it does, you pull it out, put something smaller in
That's
its place.
just incredible to me that she just is so comfortable just pulling these plants and just throw them back in dirt again. It's just amazing to me.
And I like the variated colors. If you see here, we've got all sorts of different colors.
Absolutely, and that's what I love about her succulents is she has such a wide variety, and the way she blends them, it just makes such gorgeous arrangements.
So we can pick anything you like. There's the little panda there.
This one
building.
is beautiful.
This is a panda plant, a kalanchoe.
I love
and this looks, let me feel the dirt. It's a little mulchy, but I'm going to mix it in. And look at how many I can split this
Oh
up.
my gosh, it
and
came
have
apart in
several.
3 different sections.
I like to think about it before I plant. If I want to split them up a
Absolutely.
little bit, this is the only one I have, so I could do that.
Absolutely,
But
I
I've got
love
so
that.
much, I'm going to just stick it right over here. Make myself a little hole
Nice.
and keep it together.
How easy was that?
And
That
I
is
like
just
to give
so
it a little
simple.
mound, so I kind of build it up so that it's like this instead of flat.
Very good. Gives them a little more dirt around the base.
And I pack it in with everything new that I put in there. And let's go with the elephant
This one?
plant.
So I imagine for you, you've done this so much, you can just tell by the feel of the soil.
Yes.
Whether you should keep it or not, whether you can reuse it.
Yes, you don't
It'll
want it too
take
wet.
the rest of us a little longer to learn that,
You
but
just want something a little drier, not mulchy. And see,
Good
this
point.
came
Too wet,
apart,
just
so
don't
I
keep
can
it.
I can actually plant this separately.
and see, I would just throw that away. I would have no idea you could replant that.
No, you don't throw anything away.
See, I'm learning so much with this.
Just stick it in there. I like it because it
Beautiful.
kind
I
of
love that.
cascades.
I love how it just kind of hangs over the side.
Let's pack it in. Add more dirt if I need to.
Nice. You do put a lot of dirt right around the base of the plant, don't you, too?
I do.
Well, that's their growth area. That's what
Right.
they need, obviously.
So here's
Oh,
another
that's
little
beautiful.
cutie that we can pull apart. Now see, feel it, it's so wet.
Oh, it is. It's really wet.
So I'm going to take the dead that's out around it, take that off. I'm going to take this off because it's a dead flower. She threw something away. I can't believe it.
Oh, I love that there. See, I probably wouldn't have thought to put anything there, but that looks great there.
Good.
It's incredible the way you just cut it.
it off.
Yeah, you just clip it and then put it in. It's
Sometimes I would
incredible.
let it callus and just, eventually. It can sit out for weeks and it might even decide to
Incredible
root.
to me.
But
Unbelievable.
we have dry soil, so I'm just going to stick it right in there where I
Wow.
think it looks cute.
Amazing.
And there you go. And now
How
one
about
more
one
thing.
for the middle?
How about
Oh, I love this one.
the ogre ears?
Ochre ears. Well, I won't forget that.
Yes.
That's great.
And I've already taken some of the soil off, and I'm just going to make my little hole.
Wow. And this, it really didn't take that much time, and she uses a lot of plants, but because of the coloring and the different shapes, it is gorgeous. I mean, even for those of you who at first, like me, did not like succulents, how can you not like this? It's absolutely beautiful.
It makes a great centerpiece.
It absolutely does. It is
and a
just
gift.
beautiful.
I gift
Well, and it's,
a housewarming.
look at this, she has this sitting on the table. For Halloween, you can do this for any theme, any holiday. I love it. And you know, the pot is a big part of it, but it doesn't have to be. You can use beautiful exotic pots, or you can use simple ones, just terracotta ones, and let the succulents do the work and take center stage.
These are the things we pulled from the front.
They are.
Just gonna plug them in here. I'll take a
Wow.
little bit more off here, and it'll root. I just stick it in the dry dirt.
Absolutely
And
incredible.
to finish it off, a couple of those.
Oh, that's beautiful, Helen. Look at this, you guys. This is absolutely gorgeous. And, you know, as I had said before, I never used to be a fan of succulents, but how can you not love these? They're beautiful. They're easy to do. It's something I could even keep alive. And for those of us in Southern California, it's sustainable plants. They're drought resistant. You'll feel good doing your part and enjoying these beautiful exotic plants. Helen, thank you so much for your expertise.
Thanks for coming.